Hello again, fellow warriors. My name is Tori, and I'm a yoga instructor for Texas A&M Central Texas. And I haven't seen everybody in a while. Apologies again, tendonitis. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started today. Let's try to move a little bit more. I don't like holding everybody back just because of elbows, so I'm going to try and modify for myself and explain just kind of like what modifications help me personally. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started at the top of our mat. So we're going to plant the feet strong beneath us, rock the body weight a little forward, a little back, soften the knees, build the spine up tall, roll the shoulders back, and relax. Awesome. Let's inhale, sweep the hands nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold towards the mat. Okay, soften the knees, rise up to a half lift. Exhale, release. Let's take the left leg back, long step, but try to stay on the ball of the foot and leave the heel lifted. Okay. Right knee is safe over the right ankle. Rise up, nice and tall. Reach to the sky. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, but keep reaching with the arms. Okay, strong core. Let's exhale, swing the palms behind the body and reach the heart forward. Inhale, rise up. Strong legs today. Exhale, sweep back. Hold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep back. This time I want to challenge you to lace the fingers, push the heel of the palm to the wall behind you, and then push the heart forward. Big breath. Strong body, strong breath. Okay, release the hands, rise up nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot goes back to meet the left foot, hips to the sky. Hands spread wide at the mat. Remember, we're pushing into the mat with the fingers, the knuckles, and the heel of the palm. Push the heart towards the knees. One more breath. Inhale, look forward. Lower the hips towards the mat. Hold steady. Now we're going into chaturanga, so push forward on the tiptoes. Squeeze the elbows to the ribs. Tuck the toes, or untuck the toes. Lift the heart. Baby cobra. Exhale to release. Press off of the mat into tabletop, hands and knees. And then fold back for child's pose. Drop the head heavy. Drop the shoulders. Drop the elbows. Okay, child's pose. Awesome. Let's try that whole set up on the other side. So we'll inhale, rise into tabletop. Tuck the toes under, push the hips to the sky, down dog, using the whole hand, not just the heel of the palm. Okay, we moved first on the left side, so we're going to take the left leg high, and then step forward and through. Okay, remember, we're going to try and lift the heel off of the mat on that back foot, balance the feet, and then rise. Nice and tall. Strong core, reaching hands. Relax the shoulders. Hold steady. We're going to do 3 sweeps before we lace the fingers, okay? So we'll exhale, sweep the hands back, push the heart forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep. And rise. Last time, let's sweep. Rise up nice and tall. And this time, before we move the heart forward, swing the hands back, lace the fingers, push the palms away, and then push the heart forward and try to hold for a moment. Strong breath, strong body. Okay, inhale, rise up. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Left foot meets the right, down dog, strong hands. Heart pushing towards the knees. Okay, let's try that chaturanga. Come forward, high plank. Tippy toes, squeeze the elbows. Untuck the toes, lift the heart, baby cobra. Exhale to release, find tabletop. All right, and rest back, child's pose. Awesome. All right, with our next breath. Let's go ahead. Hang on. Let's stay in this child's pose for a moment. I want to get a chest expansion here. So a different type. From our child's pose, walk both of your hands way over to your right side And see if you can stack the left hand on top of the right when you get there. Sweep the heart over to just the right knee, and then drop the head and shoulders heavy again. So still child's pose, we're just getting a huge expansion on our left side of the rib cage. Okay, one more breath. Awesome. With our next exhale, let's walk the hands back to neutral and cross over to our left side. This time the right hand stacks over the left, heart sweeps over to the left knee, forehead and shoulders are heavy. Awesome. All right. One more breath. Let's go ahead and come back into neutral. Let's rise up into our tabletop. Hands and knees at the mat. Spread the fingertips out wide. Press into the mat even with the fingertips and the knuckles. Okay, we'll try cat and cow. Inhale to drop the belly, look forward. Exhale to sweep the belly up and look back. And flow with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more cycle, cat and cow. Okay, come back into your neutral spine. Let's go ahead and get some expansion here as well. So we're going to extend the right leg long behind us and try to balance at about hip height. We'll start with a flat foot as if we're going to press off of the wall. And then we'll walk, if we can, our left hand forward on the mat. And maybe we'll level at shoulder height. Okay, we're going to try and do some crunches here. When we exhale, we'll bring the elbow to the knee, and then inhale, expand. But you're going to have to point your toe when you come in. Otherwise, you'll get caught like I did. All right, exhale. And inhale. Keep going with the breath. One more. Reach. And rest the hand and the knee. Sway a little bit side to side. Rock out the wrist that was holding you steady there. Rock out the wrist that you were reaching with. Okay, come back into tabletop when you're ready. Extend the left leg behind us. Walk the right hand forward. Maybe we balance, maybe we hold at the mat. Okay, let's try 6 crunches here. Exhale, point the toe, knee to nose. Sorry, knee to elbow. All right, exhale, crunch. Exhale. Exhale. Last one. Crunch. Expand. And rest. Awesome. Let's tuck the toes under behind us. And this is going to be challenging on the toes. So let's be really mindful. Every single toe is tucked under here. Even the pinky toes. Okay, and then we're going to rest the hips back onto the heels. We're going to stack the heart up tall. So it's like our warrior pose or our hero's pose. Sorry, our hero's pose. But we call this one fire toes. And you feel it in the toes. Okay, let's go ahead and drop the finger pads beside our knees and rock the heart a little bit forward. But we're going to push off of the mat and roll back into the arch of the foot a little bit. And then drop the knee and rise for fire toes. Exhale and rock. And drop the knee and rise. Let's do this 2 more times. Support yourself. Lift. Roll. And rest. Rise. We support. Lift. Roll. And let's drop the knees and rise. Okay, let's walk forward into our tabletop. And I'm going to rotate towards the mat because we're going to do some more side expansions. And I know it's going to look weird on camera, sorry. So palms beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Let's kick our right leg way out long to our side and point our toe towards the front of the room. Now we'll try to keep the knee strong, but we're not trying to lock out the knee. Okay, so try to give it a little bounce. All right, so let's try to line up the arch of our right foot with the placement that our knee has made on the mat. And then we're going to climb back over that left hip and rise, slow and steady, okay? It's all right if we're not super balanced here. Toe is pointing towards the front of the room, knee is a little bit soft, okay? We're not locking out. And we're trying to stack ourselves on our left side here. So let's go ahead and sweep the left hand wide and tall. And when we exhale, let's guide our right hand along the thigh towards maybe the calf, but let's not push down on our knee, okay? So we're just gonna slide but not apply pressure. That way the left hand doesn't feel like it has to come very far across the midline of the body before we start to feel a challenge. The shoulder's lifting, the hip is sinking. Breathe into that chest expansion just on that left side. Okay, now we've got a balancing challenge here, so we'll bring the palms both to shoulder height, and we're going to slowly lower the left hand to the mat to line it up with our left knee and our right heel way out there. And then let's sweep the right hand tall overhead, nice and heavy. Don't worry, we'll get the full side expansion on our right side in a moment. Now let's inhale, rise, push off of the mat. Let's drop or reverse our hand position so that the right hand is soft and lifted, left hand is leaning across the midline. Let's see if we can sway back and forth here. Inhale to neutral, exhale, lower, inhale, expand, exhale to neutral at shoulder, okay, inhale, rise, exhale, reverse hand position, inhale to neutral, last time, exhale, we'll lower to that side plank, right hand can reach overhead, okay, we'll inhale to neutral, rise up, ooh, and reverse. Awesome. Okay, let's come to neutral, hands nice and tall, exhale, fold for that tabletop, fold at the knee, and let's come back to our neutral tabletop, sway a little bit side to side, take some weight off of that left side for a moment, rock out the wrists, okay? We're gonna do everything on the left side, so left leg comes out long, point the toe towards the front of the room, soften the knee a little bit, and let's see if we can line up the arch of that foot with our resting knee, and then we'll climb when we feel ready, and we're gonna try and stack ourselves on our right side and just have that hip open beside us. Okay. All right, so we've got a kneeling mountain pose here, but we're moving through our gate poses. So when we inhale, the right hand comes wide and tall overhead. Before we start leaning, we let our left hand be a guide, a soft guide. We're not pushing down. We're just gonna reach across the midline of the body for our half gate pose. We're gonna breathe into that chest expansion because it's our first time on this side. Awesome. Okay, let's come to neutral. Exhale, slowly guide the right hand down for that side plank here. It's our supported side plank because our knee is on the ground. And then the left hand can reach overhead maybe for full gate pose. Okay, we're going to take a little extra moment here just to breathe because it's our first time on this side. Big expansion. All right, let's inhale to neutral. And we'll press off of the mat. Okay, exhale to reverse the placement of our hands. Again, not pushing down on the left side. Just leaning across the midline of the body as much as we're comfortable. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, side plank. Inhale, expand. Exhale to neutral. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reverse. Okay, let's try this 2 more times. Inhale, and side plank. Expand, and neutral. Rise up. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, plank. Side plank, sorry. Extend. Find neutral. And rise. And last time we'll reverse. And finally, let's come into neutral, nice and tall. Exhale, find tabletop. Take a bow, soften the knee. And once we get back to tabletop, we'll try cat and cow again. So spread the fingertips out wide. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, sweep the belly up, look back. And keep moving with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Come back to your neutral spine. Fold down into child's pose. And if your shoulders are tired after all those windmill and gate poses, let's sweep the hands back to where the feet are resting. Okay, drop the shoulders heavy beside you. Drop the elbows heavy beside you. Palms up to the sky. And just let the back feel round. Okay? So yes, we want to try to get the forehead to rest in the mat. And I know some people are not comfortable with that, and that is totally okay. But if we can get the forehead in line with our knees, then it'll help us kind of roll that upper back open a little bit. But don't worry, we'll get there. In a couple other places, we'll get there. Okay, so for now, let's go ahead and plant the palms beneath the shoulders, peel the heart away from the knees, but keep the hips heavy over the heels. Remain here. This is our hero's pose. I might have called it warrior before, but it's hero's pose. Hero's pose. Okay. So the spine is tall. We're challenging the front of the ankle, the front of the feet. Okay. One more breath. It's either fire toes or it's hero's pose, but one of them always feels the worst to everybody. All right, so let's bring the hips to the ground and swing the feet way out long in front of us. So while we've got those legs nice and long, we can soften the knees before us, or we can push nice and strong as long as the heels remain in the mat. So toes are going to stand to the sky so that those feet are flat no matter what the knees look like. As long as the feet are flat, we're all right. Load up the spine tall. Okay, we're going to walk the heart forward a little bit. But we're going to resist the urge to dump into the shoulders and round the spine. We're going to keep the spine tall and just push the heart forward. Best effort. It's never perfect, but we're going to protect our back as best as we can. Okay? So we'll build up the spine nice and tall again. Let's go ahead and put a bend in the right knee. And I want you to take that right ankle and plant it on top of the left thigh. So let me rotate a little bit because I don't want to get the wrong idea, because I did say the ankle. Now, when we're crossing one leg over the other, we want to protect both the lifted ankle and the resting knee. So let's not rest on top of the kneecap. Let's try to either bring it up or let it go a little lower. That's okay too. And instead of twisting the sole of the foot up to the sky, let's try to cross the shin bone across the thigh bone. So strong bones across strong bones here. Protect the ankle, protect the knee. So we've got one knee that we're trying to weigh down a little bit, but we'll get there. We've got one foot that is flat towards the room before us. Well, it's kind of hard to have the knee soft here this time because we're trapping it. So toes to the sky, long leg, tall spine, shoulders rolled back a little bit. Let's see if we can exhale and push the heart forward like we did in that other forward fold. Remember, if we don't go far, that's okay. Truly, the hamstrings and those muscles that run down the back of our body are the ones that decide what the fold looks like for us here. If the hamstrings are tense, or if the lower back is tense, we're not going to move very far into the fold, and that's fine. Remember, we're working without judgment and without expectation. We're just going where we can. We try to find challenge, but we're respectful of places that are healing, okay? No need to force anything. We will rise back up, and this was our half shoelace posture, like we're tying our shoe. So let's go ahead and encourage that heel to drop on the opposite side of our resting knee, and then we're going to stand that right knee to the sky. That left foot is still flat in front of us, but we're going to take a twist here. So let me rotate again so you can get a better picture of what we're working with here. Okay, we've got the right knee to the sky, so we're going to use our left hand to scoop that knee close to the heart, and then our right hand is going to swing around behind the mat. So we're turning towards that lifted knee and then away from it. Okay? And we're going to keep the spine as tall as we can. Even if we need to soften up our grip on that knee, we're going to roll that right shoulder back. And here's a trick for twists. Where the eyes go, the head will follow. And where the head goes, the shoulders will try to follow. So if you find twists difficult, try to focus where your eyes are twisting. Okay, and then unwind. And let's extend the right leg alongside the left. Let's wobble out the knees, roll out the ankles, and we'll try a neutral forward fold here. So spine tall, knees soft or strong, but those feet are flat. We're going to exhale, take a bow. You don't have to go far. Okay, nice and neutral. We're feeling the stretch equally in both legs, hopefully. Sometimes not so even, and that's okay too. We're going to build up nice and tall, and we're going to bend the left knee. And let's cross the shin bone over the thigh, right? Because we're not dumping into the ankle and we're protecting the knee as well. So that foot stands tall before us, leg is long, spine is tall. We're going to exhale, push the heart forward, take a little bow here. Remember, not rounding the shoulders, doing our best not to. Just pushing the heart forward. Big breath in the body. No judgment, no expectation. Just breathing and feeling. Right. When you feel ready, we'll rise up nice and tall. And again, we're going to drop that heel off the opposite side of our thigh. We're going to try and use our right hand or arm this time to hug the left knee into the chest. So we're turning towards our knee first. And then we'll swing past that knee with our left hand. We're going to roll that left shoulder back, keep the spine tall, and if you need to ease up on that knee, please do. And we're going to use the eyes to guide the twist. Where the eyes go, the head will follow. Where the head goes, the shoulders will try to follow. And we've got our half Lord of the Fishes posture. Awesome. Let's start to exhale and unwind. Let's plant both feet flat before us. And we're going to try and balance in a boat for a little while here, okay? So boat is a strong abdominal challenge. And it doesn't look like much, but you start to feel it pretty quick, okay? So we're going to build up the spine tall. We're going to tilt the heart back at an angle, and I've got options for you here. You can hold the soft part of the knees for balance. You can press the palms into the mat with a soft elbow, also for balance, but a little more stability. Or you could just hover. Totally up to you, all right? So I'm going to hold on to the soft parts of my knee because it's half challenge, half balance. Let's go ahead and lift the heels off of the mat and just try to hold. Okay, maybe we can get the heels in line with our knees today for boat or half boat. Maybe we can point the toes to the sky. Ooh, I don't know. All right, we're going to breathe with whatever we've got. I'm going to soften up my grip on my arms. I think I'm using my arms too much. Okay, breathe. Slow and easy. Change your experience. Maybe go below the level of the knee today if you need to be really gentle with yourself. 2 more breaths. Whatever experience we want. Awesome. When you're ready, fold the knees, bring the heels to the ground. Let's send the heart nice and tall, and then let the knees fall away from each other like a diamond shape so that the soles of the feet can come together. And for butterfly, you don't have to force those heels really close to the body to feel like you're doing more for yourself. Just let them rest because, again, the focus is the back of the body. We're worried about those spinal muscles here. So we build up the spine, we relax the shoulders, push the heart forward, and we just hold for a few moments. It is not about how close we can get the heels to the pelvis. It's not about how close we can get the heart to our big toes. It's just about being kind with the joints that we have active in our body and trying to take care of those muscles that are trying to protect those joints. All right, so let's rise up nice and tall. Let's keep our legs in that diamond shape if we can, and we're gonna roll back on the mat here so that we can lengthen the spine. We can relax the shoulders down away from the ears so that it feels like the neck is long and neutral. We're going to look straight up at the sky above. And we're going to let the body ease into the mat a little bit. Okay, let gravity take over from here. We don't have to resist anything. We're not trying to make any muscular effort. Just take a few breaths of relief. All right, I know we got a hip opener here, and I just said we're not doing muscular effort, but some of us might be feeling it more. That's okay. Okay, let's invert what we are doing with the legs here. From this reclined butterfly posture, stand the knees to the sky, flatten the feet to the ground, and then walk the feet way out wide to the edges of the mat, and then lean the knees against each other. My absolute favorite restful posture. I mention it in every practice, broken bridge posture. It helps tug those IT bands in the outside of the thigh. So it's trying to tilt the pelvis as neutral with the ground as we possibly can get it without forcing any muscular effort. You know, we're just resting against ourselves here. And we do naturally have that little bump, that little curve in the low back space, just above the pelvis. And it's supposed to be there. I'm not trying to tell you that we're trying to flatten the spine or anything like that, but we can get around some lower back tensions just by holding this posture for a while. Let's take a few breaths here. And again, just let gravity take over. No need for change. No need for judgment or expectation. We're just traveling towards restfulness. Okay? And this is where I'd like to open up for you to do any restful posture that you like. We are going into final relaxation here. So you can go back to butterfly if you liked that. You could stay here in broken bridge. You could kick the legs out long, arms out wide, and kind of make yourself look like a gingerbread man. That would be our Shavasana or corpse pose. And it's not supposed to be scary. It's just, you know, restfulness. So any posture that you like. You could choose to roll to one side. I actually want to try a breathing exercise, rolling onto one side today. You're welcome to choose any of the other restful postures. I'm just curious what it feels like practicing this breathing exercise here. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, to help encourage that restfulness, wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, start to close the eyes. Relax the face. The brows, the jaw. Breathe in fully. And exhale audibly if you need to. Continue that cycle of breath. Full inhale, complete exhale. Breathe. Now, for our next breathing exercise in restfulness, you do not have to go anywhere and you do not have to change anything. the eyes closed, the face soft, relaxed. And I want you just to simply watch the movement of the breath, like a witness. You're witnessing the movement. You have no judgment for what the breath moves like or feels like. When we inhale, we notice the airflow in through the nose or the lips, push down through the throat, towards the lungs, and that's where we feel a great expansion in the rib cage, the muscles, the joints. We may even feel that inhale all the way down to our belly button. And then we feel the exhale. Press the breath back out of the body, up through the airways, through the nose, or through the lips. And it's a recurring cycle. It continues. Without change, inhale through the body, to the lungs. Maybe we even feel the expansion in the back of the body. And then the exhale presses the breath away. We allow ourselves to feel the rush of cool air, the expansion in the body, and then we feel the restfulness, the release. Let's take a few more breaths here, just watching the breath. That is the whole breathing exercise. Choosing just to watch yourself. And slow and easy, when you feel ready, you can start to move the body a little bit at a time. Maybe in the toes and the fingers, the wrists, the ankles. Maybe we can rock the knees side to side or open up the chest. Or rock the head side to side. We could take a good morning stretch or a great bear hug if we need it. We'll make our way into climbing up into a seated posture with no hurries. We just root the hips strong. We stack the spine tall. We'll relax the shoulders, the jaw. And it's at this time at the end of our practice today that I'd like to thank you for choosing to share your time and your practice with me here. And again, it is the light within me that honors and bows to the light within you.